First of all, once again, I'd like to welcome everyone in our second free session for the basic course. And I was asking you before I started recording, what was the topic that we were discussing in our first session? And my dear Hala just answered the inference questions. Okay, that was the first skill or the first type of questions that we introduced in our first free session. And by the way, it was uploaded on YouTube. Okay, you can be accessing the recording there. Yesterday's session was meant to be for August students, the students who are going for August trial, and we discussed some aspects of the writing questions, and unfortunately till now I wasn't able to upload the recording, and there were inconveniences in the changes of the timing yesterday. So that's why I really apologize for any changes that ruined your plans for yesterday. Malak, yes, dear. Malak, you want to ask?
No, I wanted to answer the question. I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, honey, thank you so much. Inshallah, today, in order to be able to know whether you guys were able to understand what I introduced in the first session, and whether you were able to apply what I said, what you've learned on Saturday in our first session, I will be checking the homework with you. The homework was sent on the main group and some other groups. I'm not sure who passed the homework to the other groups, but hopefully that you guys were able to access the homework. I passed some questions from Erica reading book for digital SAT and asked you to answer them to apply what the points I mentioned in the first session, in order to see to what extent you're able to reach the right answer, to get the right answer by using the strategy and the techniques and the points that we discussed last time. Let me review quickly with you the points we mentioned last time quickly in a couple of minutes, in order to remind you with the main aspects on which you have to rely to reach the right answers. Yes, Ziad. Yes. Yes, Ziad.
Miss, now please, are the questions, Erica, you are going to solve now is the same that you solved in August?
No, because inference questions are reading, like in the reading, are among the reading questions. But what you've solved,
You took the reading in the first session, the first basic session. Okay.
Yes, dear. Okay. Okay, I can see some people are raising their hands. I wonder why. Yes, Omar Khalid. Omar.
Yes, I was wondering, is the questions from the homework yesterday, page 128, 129, and 130, is it answered, or should we search for a model answer, or?
No. We're gonna check them now. Don't worry. Okay, we're gonna check them now. Okay.
Okay.
So that you can see whether your answers, the answers that you wrote yourself, are correct or you missed something. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, dear. Anytime. Let me share the screen now. Yeah, let me share the screen. Now, okay. quickly, I was talking about inference questions, and I told you that you have to consider certain general tips whenever you're dealing with the reading questions in general. And I told you that the tone is so important. The focus of the text is so important. Don't ruin the focus. Also, the presence of transition words the presence of the transition words will help you a lot. The repeated ideas and elements, pronouns, nouns, when they are repeated, that means that they are important to the main idea. And the beginning and the end of the text also will make sense. And also, I told you not to consider so much or not to rely heavily on the non-essential information, because simply they are not that important or will not be related to the best answer. Your best answer must be supported by evidence from the text, and you shouldn't be making up stories. Punctuation will help you definitely, and you need to look up the new vocabulary words while you're studying. Whenever you're studying, you have to look up the new words for you. And I was blaming the students in August, in the August course, in my August course, because none of them, for their first homework, none of them looked to, or the majority didn't look up the new words. They had to know, they had to be warned at their very first session that they need to look up every single new word they come across. Also, I told you, you have to use the process of elimination, because this will save your life while you're dealing with the reading questions as well as the writing ones. By the way, it's not an easy task to find the right answer with some questions, but the thing that will be easier is to try to eliminate the inconvenient and the irrelevant ones. Okay. And I told you that the incorrect answers usually have certain features, and their features are like some very obvious wrong answers will be the exact opposite of the required one. And the answer that has no evidence is considered to be a wrong answer. Also, the answer that has that is half right, half wrong is considered to be a wrong answer. Also, the answers that are considered to be generally correct but aren't correct in the passage simply because they weren't mentioned. Also, the answer that has the wrong tone, I mean the opposite of what of the tone mentioned in the text, this will be definitely incorrect. The answers that are too broad for specific questions and too specific for general questions and too extreme are considered to be very incorrect. Okay, and now this was the last thing I said in the presentation, and let me wrap up the steps you have to follow in order to answer the inference questions correctly. Simply simplify the text. You have to simplify the text. Definitely, I stress on the point that you have to read the whole text and simplify it. So I guess I need to write this first. Read the whole text, then simplify it in your words. Yani, you can be using very easy, simple words in order to, understand the text, the main point of the text. You can be eliminating any non-essential parts. You can be eliminating any hard words that might confuse you. This is what I mean by simplifying the text. I mean to simplify it in a very easy way, in a very simple way. for you to remember and to catch its or to understand its main point. And you have to consider each piece of information offered in the text. You have to consider each piece of information offered to you in the text, because I mean, of course, presented in the independent clauses, presented in the main sentences, okay, not in the non-essential parts. And last time, one of you asked me how I know it's non-essential, how I know it is not important. Any information that is located, between 2 commas, 2 dashes, or 2 brackets, okay, this piece of information is considered to be non-essential. Non-essential. This means that I cannot read these pieces of information. You can simply read them. These pieces of information can be read, but you do not rely heavily on them to search for your perfect answer, okay? Explore the choices. You have to check the choices and select the choice that strengthens or completes the argument. As I told you before, how am I supposed to know it's an inference question? Yalla, let me ask you, how can I know it's an inference question? Like, I have 54 questions in the test, divided into 2 modules, 27 in module 1 and 27 in module 2. How am I supposed to know that this is an inference question? Yes, Noor Mahmoud, go ahead.
When it asks which choice logically completes the text.
Amazing. Thank you so much. The question prompt tells you which option, which choice most logically completes the text, the argument, the whatever. So you need to complete the argument. You need to complete the text the way it is. So you don't have to bring something that opposes what is written in the text. And we rely heavily and we focus more on the very sentence that needs to be completed, especially if this sentence is linked to the sentence before using a transition. This is what I will stress here in the other, you see. You don't have to go beyond what can be inferred. You shouldn't stray beyond what can be inferred. Don't make up stories. Be cautious with words like most or many when the passage only discusses one thing in particular. If I'm talking about Mona in the text, you don't have to say most girls. I didn't say most girls. I didn't say many girls. I just said Mona. Okay, so you don't have to go too broad when the text is specifically focusing on one thing. Lean on transitions, because I told you, and this is the point I was discussing. If the last sentence that needs to be completed is linked to the previous one, to a previous sentence using a transition word, then you have to read them both because they are so much connected, and your best answer will be related to their main focus. What is the main focus? Let me ask you, because the main focus, guys, is so much important. Can't stress it more. Can't stress it more. Okay, let me see. Yeah, raise your hand, please. Sama, go ahead, dear.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, dear.
The most repeated words in the beginning and the end of this text.
the focus can be
But
related.
the more the repeated words are, this is the main focus.
The more repeated words, and also these words or these nouns or pronouns usually are located in the subject place. Okay, the perfect answer will be related to the same subjects, the same elements, nouns, repeated nouns, and so on. Let the punctuation help. This is definitely very important, especially if you have a colon explaining what you have, what I have mentioned earlier, and so on. طيب, this is a very quick summary of what has been mentioned earlier. And as I always say to my students, you have to practice a lot. You have to review, keep reviewing your notes and tips and whatever aspects you write for yourself regarding each topic. Why? Because when you repeat, when you keep rereading the tips and the notes and whatever you are jotting down, this will help you believe in the strategy you are using, and you will be more confident when you're applying that strategy or this technique or whatever. Okay, so don't get bored repeating and studying and restudying and rereading, as long as you are preparing for your trials. Okay, don't get bored. You have to be patient, you have to be persistent. Okay, and most importantly, you have to be you having to be of a good and strong faith in Allah's ability, in Allah's power. Allah can help you a lot if He sees you working hard, if He sees you watching, if He sees you doing your best in order to achieve your goal. Okay, and I don't have to stress more the point that you need to be very committed when it comes to your prayers, to your being obedient to your parents, because all these aspects will lead to the perfection of your score, inshallah. It's not about studying only, studying with some other aspects too, actually. Okay, now let me just a second, take your breath a little bit, and I'm gonna display the questions now. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share the screen and show you the questions that you guys were assigned to solve. And hopefully, you don't have to feel bad at all if you didn't get the right answer. No problem at all, guys. It's totally fine. No worries. We learn from our mistakes. Is it clear? So let's now apply together. Let's now apply the tips and tricks and the strategy that we were discussing. Now, let's see. First of all, I made sure that this question, I made sure that this question is an inference question. Look at that. Which choice most logically completes the text? Okay, which choice most logically completes the text? Then this is a what? An inference question. Okay, it's an inference question. Right. Now I will try to read the text. Okay, let me pick someone. Abdullah Mahmoud. Can you help me, Abdullah, or wait? Okay, Abdurrahman or Abdullah. I asked someone to unmute his mic. Anyone? Yes, dear. Yes. Okay, just a second. I have Abdurrahman Walid. Abdurrahman Walid. Hi, Abdurrahman.
Yes, hi, teacher.
Hi. You aren't you tired? You were attending the previous session.
Yes,
Are you still surviving?
thankfully, yes.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. طيب, Abdurrahman, kindly don't mute your mic unless we're done with, unless I'm done with my questions to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, dear. Look, dear, is it an inference question? Do you agree it is an inference question?
Yes, we can tell from the question prompt.
Yeah, amazing. Nice. Now you will answer me true or false, okay?
Okay.
I don't need to read the whole text.
False, we need to read it.
We need to read it. I need to focus when I have a transition word.
Yes, true.
True. It's easier for me to get the right answer than eliminating the wrong ones.
False, we have to eliminate.
We have to eliminate. This will help us reach the right answer, you know, like more confidently, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I might be feeling bad, yeah, Abdurrahman, if I read a certain, if I might be feeling bad if I read a certain text and I feel like it's full of words that I cannot understand. I feel like I will never understand a word from the text. This can ever happen?
Yes, it actually happens a lot on the SAT, but we have to simplify the text, and if we encounter any new vocabulary, we have to write them down.
Yeah, but do you think that I will never be able to understand a single word from any text?
Yes, there is a chance that one word I won't understand.
No, any word. I will not understand any word.
False, no.
No, definitely, right? Because I'm supposed to be in grade 11, grade 12, so there are some words that I can understand, right? It's totally fine to encounter a couple of words that I do not understand. This is normal. This is even the native speakers can be facing this situation, but this won't let me feel down or feel like I won't be able to reach the right answer simply because I have other aspects, linguistic aspects that I can rely on to reach the right answer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. طيب, now, can you read the text for me, please, Ya Abdurrahman?
Okay. Physicists have yet to figure out what exactly happens at the singularity of a black hole. Matter is crushed. Here we see a colon, so we can notice that.
Amazing. I will assume, Ya Abdurrahman, that we didn't understand the idea in the first sentence. I don't know the meaning of singularity. Okay. I have here a colon, and this is what I meant by let punctuation help. Okay, this means that after the colon, I will be able to understand what was mentioned before the colon, right? Yalla, go ahead and read what is after the colon.
Yes, matter is crushed, but what becomes of it then?
Mm-hmm.
The event horizon, by hiding singularity, isolates this gap in our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of processes unknown to science may occur at the singularity, yet, this is a transition, yet they have no effect on the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
Astronomers plotting the orbits of planets and stars can safely ignore the uncertainties introduced by singularities and...
Okay, amazing. So let's approach the text, you know, like closely a little bit, and I will ask you to, you know, assign the main focus of each sentence. Here, the first sentence, physicists. have yet to figure out what exactly happens at the singularity of a black hole. They have yet to figure out still, okay? They need to figure out what exactly happens at the singularity of a black hole, at whatever, okay? Singularity, I will assume that I don't know it in the test and I do not have a teacher to explain for me or a dictionary to look this word up. I will say that, okay, happens at X of a black hole. Nice. Matter is crushed. Yeah, I studied that in science sessions. Matter is crushed. But what becomes of it then? After it is crushed, what becomes of it? Okay, that's they need to figure out. That's why it's written here. The event horizon, okay, this is an event, by hiding the singularity. So this part is non-essential. Non-essential, do you agree?
Yes, it's set off by
Yeah.
commas.
It is set up by commas, using commas, so it's not as an essential piece of information. You see, we are applying the tips, the points I was referring to in the presentation. So the event horizon isolates this gap, okay, in our knowledge, this gap in our knowledge, because they don't know. We still need, or the physicists need to know to figure out what exactly happens. So we lack this knowledge. The event horizon isolates this gap in our knowledge. All kinds of processes unknown to science. What is unknown? This thing about the black hole, singularity of a black hole is unknown, is considered to be unknown. All kinds, okay, all kinds of processes unknown to science may occur at the singularity, maybe because we don't know. Yet, there is a shift, yet they have no effect. Whatever we don't know, whatever processes we don't know, have no effect on the outside world. They are insignificant, not important. They do not affect the outside world. Is it clear? Got it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, we don't know. Yes, we don't know what's happening exactly regarding the singularity of a black hole. Yet, all what we miss will not affect the outside world. Okay, astronomers. So here, this is the main focus. Physics. The event horizon, main focus. Astronomers plotting the orbits of planets and stars can safely ignore, since this whatever related to singularity will not affect the outside world. So astronomers plotting the orbits of planets and stars can safely ignore the uncertainties, the things that we do not know about whatever singularity of the black hole introduced by the singularities, and okay, they have to ignore this uncertainties introduced by the singularities, and I have to complete the same way. Yeah, Abdurrahman, is it true or false?
Yes, true.
Yes. So let's use the process of elimination, and I would, and sorry for that, yani we have to write this. This is A. Okay, this is A. Okay, just a second. Okay. And write it here. A. Okay. And this is B. And this is C, okay, and this is D. Right, let's try together. I start with D, Ya Abdurrahman, and you tell me whether it makes sense and can complete our sentence based on all the things we mentioned, the tone, the main focus, the elements mentioned, the shift that had happened because of yet, and so on.
Yes.
Okay.
Choice D, right?
Can safely ignore the uncertainties introduced by singularities and uncover phenomena not currently known to the science. They have to uncover, they have to uncover, can safely ignore, and uncover phenomena not currently known to science.
This choice, it's too specific.
Okay, so you don't think it is the best answer, right?
Yes.
So D mainly is not a perfect answer. I will discuss with you why you said that. Yani D in particular, does it go with what we are saying here? I said here
No.
astronomers should ignore, can ignore the uncertainties and uncover what is unknown. No, I said ignore the uncertainties, and so they don't have to uncover what is not known. They have simply to ignore what is unknown in science. So this is the total opposite. You remember the features of the wrong answers? I told
Yes.
you it is, yani, one pattern can be the opposite of what the required answer is, right? So this is the opposite of what I want, right? So when I said ignore the uncertainties, they don't have to care about what they are not sure about. Type letter C, attempt to peer behind the event horizon. They can safely ignore the uncertainties introduced by singularities and try to peer behind the event horizon. Okay, event horizon was mentioned here. The event horizon isolates this gap in our knowledge. So attempt to peer behind. What do you think this can be? An answer or?
No, this is also incorrect.
This is incorrect. Yeah, you are right. You are right. I will not, but do you know why? Can you tell me why?
I have my own explanation for this. It's building on the last sentence. He said that he wants to ignore the uncertainties.
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense to peer behind the event horizon, which is an uncertainty.
Yes, exactly. This is also the opposite of what I want. Is it clear? Got it? Because the event horizon was mentioned among the uncertainties. The teacher, I didn't know that. I didn't know it's like, belongs to the negative thing, belongs to whatever is unknown. You know what? Yet is there. So all what is before yet belongs to the unknown and the negative thing, and what is after the unknown is considered to be positive. Is it clear? Got it? So attempt to peer behind the event horizon is not the right answer. That's why I'm gonna eliminate it. Letter B, focus on gaining a deeper understanding of black holes. Does it go with the same tone here? We need to focus deeper on black holes?
No, this choice B, it goes beyond the focus of the passage.
Yes, okay. We don't have to go for deeper understanding, actually, right? Is unrelated at all. We didn't talk about, we need to gain deeper understanding of black holes. Actually, it's not the focus. It's about singularity of a black hole and whatever we don't know about this phenomena. And even if we don't know something or some aspects, we don't have to care. We need to ignore, or astronomers need to ignore all these uncertainties. And and what? Apply the standard laws of physics with confidence. This is positive, and I need positive. Why, teacher? Because I have a shift in focus and I need to ignore uncertainties. That's positive. When you ignore something negative, then you're doing a great job. You're doing a great positive thing. So I need a positive thing, which is apply the standard laws of physics with confidence. They have to be confident. And when you ignore the uncertainties, you are confident about what you know, the things that you know, laws of physics, because they are physics. Is it clear? Got it? Thank you so much, Ya Abdurrahman. You really helped me a lot. And the people who were, you know, like who doubted the answer and weren't confident while they were trying to answer this first question, hopefully my explanation now helped them figure out how we handle. Remember that we started our sessions with one of the most challenging skills in the reading questions. The reading questions are usually problematic for some students. What if I'm dealing with the highest level of difficulty in the reading questions? So inference questions are really, really challenging in certain cases. You don't have to feel bad, because they are actually testing your critical thinking. This skill is considered to be of, you know, of a high rate, or you know, it has a very, very important value or weight in our reading, or the reading among the reading skills. So you don't have to feel bad. You have to keep trying, and you have to write down the notes over and over. Every time you face a problem, every time you make a mistake, you have to write your notes down, even if you're gonna repeat them 100 times, no problem at all. Right. The second question, the more we apply, the more we practice, the more confident we will get, inshallah. Yesterday, for example, during the session with the August students, at the beginning, when I gave them a couple of questions, they weren't confident, and some of them made mistakes and so on. When we kept practicing and they wrote down their notes and tips and so on, by the end of the session, they were all the students were able to answer the questions correctly. So it's totally fine. This is all about the standardized tests. You have to learn from your mistakes and keep writing and never give up. Okay, now let's see. I need another one to help me. Okay, if you're eager to help me, please raise your hand. You lower your hand if you are not eager to help me. You raise your hand if you're eager to help me, and you don't have to fear. You don't have to, it's totally fine to make mistakes, okay? Yes, yeah, Al-Fiqhi, I guess Yusuf, or yeah, Yusuf. Or let's take you know, a young lady. Rima, would you mind helping me?
Hello.
Hi, Rima.
Yes.
Are you ready to help me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. May I know from which school, Rima?
I'm from Khalid International Schools in Riyadh.
Yes, I know. They are very well known. Which grade, honey?
10th.
10. Okay, nice. Did you try to answer these questions?
No, I was reading the passage just now.
Just now. Okay, no problem at all. This is good. You know why? Because you're gonna you know, experience reading the passage and trying to find the right answer on the spot. You are not prepared, and you don't have anything in advance. So it's very, very useful now for everyone to see while you are thinking loudly with me. Now, look here. This is an inference question. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Now, can you help me reading this one?
Yes. Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Most grocery stores spray produce with water on a regular basis in order to ensure that they maintain a wholesome, fresh-picked appearance.
Mm-hmm.
However, according to Martin Lindstorm, author of Brand Washed,
Mm-hmm.
tricks companies use to manipulate our minds and persuade us to buy. Not only does this liquid lack any practical purpose, but it actually has a what is that word?
Yeah, deleterious effect.
Deleterious effect.
Yeah, definitely from the way you read, yeah, I know that you didn't know the meaning, you don't know the meaning of this word, right?
Yes.
I will not tell you the meaning of this word, but let me tell you something. While you're reading on the screen, we're taking digital SAT. You can simply select the word and look up its meaning on the spot, right? But I will not do that. I will try to deal with the passage as it is, because we will experience that in the real actual test. So we're gonna see whether we'll be able to deal with the thing as it is without knowing the meaning of the word, or we will, be tricked and we will get the wrong answer. Okay, right. Let's see. Now, most grocery stores, you see, most. That's the main focus here in the first sentence. Okay.
Yes.
Most grocery stores spray produce with water on a regular basis in order to ensure that they maintain a wholesome, fresh, picked appearance. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. However, this is a shift in the tone now. According to Martin Whoever, author of Whatever, our minds, not only does this liquid lack any practical purpose, but it actually has a deleterious effect. Okay, not only, but also, right?
Yes.
So they have the same tone. Not only I admire her, but also I like her company. Okay, so the same tone. So what do you think, this one from here till here, this one is negative or positive?
Negative.
Excellent, super excellent, super excellent. So however gives you contradiction. So since whatever comes after however is, and you told me it's negative, then what is before however is positive.
Positive.
Right? Nice.
Yes.
So can you tell me, you expect my perfect answer to be negative or positive?
Negative.
Amazing. Amazing, super amazing. This means that if I have a positive answer, this will be wrong, right?
Yes.
Amazing, because I need, you see, this column
Yes.
tells me that what comes after
Will be an explanation.
An explanation, definition, this thing, whatever came before, which is negative already. So I didn't have a problem not knowing the meaning of this word, right?
Yes.
However, Yarima, while I'm preparing for my SAT, as long as I have a chance to know the meaning of any new word, I will not save this chance to, or I will never waste this chance for learning new words, okay? Right. Now let's go for the process of elimination, and I will go from, the last one as I did before. Produce, but it actually has a deleterious effect. Produce must be watered at predictable intervals in order to appeal to consumers. Do you think that this can be the right answer?
No.
Excellent, because simply when I say something appeal to consumers and so on, this is positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive, so this one is wrong. Thank you so much. Letter C, honey. Letter C. Certain vegetables lose some of their nutrients when they are boiled.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with spraying produce.
Excellent. What is that? This is the change, total change of the focus. I didn't talk about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, certain vegetables lose some of their nutrients. I didn't talk about, you know, like, yeah, that when they are boiled. Okay, what is that? It's not the exact topic I'm talking about. Like, moisture causes picked vegetables to spoil more quickly than they otherwise would.
Yes, I think this might be an answer.
Moisture is related to what?
To the water.
Excellent. To the water, to the spray, to, you see the repeated ideas?
Yes.
The spray, water, liquid, repeated words, moisture, okay, causes picked vegetables. Vegetables are related to what?
Products.
The produce, yes, the things, the fresh picked whatever thing, right?
Yes.
To spoil more quickly, spoil, that's a negative tone, that's exactly what I want, more quickly than they otherwise would. Yeah, that's however, right? They spray water for their produce to be to look fresh and so on, but actually this is so harmful. So maybe deleterious, you know, like, is a negative adjective. Do you agree?
Yes, I do agree.
Yes, yes, yes. So this can be an answer, but I will not pick it up unless I check the last one. Shoppers are unlikely to purchase fruits and vegetables that appear dry and withered.
No, because they mentioned in the beginning that it would look fresh picked and it would just have a wholesome appearance, not dry.
Yeah, but don't forget that this is not my focus. Shoppers are unlikely. My main focus is on, you know, the repeated ones, water, liquid, and so on.
Yeah.
Shoppers weren't ever a main focus, right?
Yes.
Are unlikely to purchase fruits and vegetables that appear dry and withered. I didn't. Are unlikely to purchase the one that appeared dry and withered. This is not the focus at all. So this,
yes, because it's off topic.
Yeah, and it introduces new piece of information and not the focus. So the one that goes with the focus, moisture and the tone, spoil, that is perfectly correct, right?
Yes.
So it's not always very hard to find the right answer when it comes to inference questions. If you apply the correct strategy and you mind or consider the exact aspects.
Yeah, this one is easy to apply the rules in, but like the first one was confusing.
Confusing. Okay, practice makes perfect. Let's practice on another one and see whether we're gonna handle, maybe because you became more familiar now with the things we keep repeating. This one seems easier, but you know, I assure you that some of the attendees didn't like the question at the beginning. When you read it, they started getting the impression that they don't fully understand what's going on. But when we detail or we focus on the aspects and we started applying the process of elimination, you know, things became clearer. Okay, now let's try the third one and see whether this one will be easy or will also be challenging. Thank you so much, Yarima. You did a great job. You know, now I had a good impression about King Khalid International School. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, and Abdurrahman also. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman. I forgot to ask you which school you are you in. Abdurrahman, can you please raise your hand? Okay, just a second. Let me, because I forgot to ask you. Yes, Abdurrahman. Tell me.
Yes, teacher, I'm from Al-Alsan International School.
Alson, okay. You know that one of my students who got 800 in English was in Alson?
Really?
Really, I swear. But يعني of course يعني أنا يعني خفت تحسد هي بس ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله and I have a picture with her. So inshallah, I'm searching for that student who will get 800 in the digital SAT. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. Now I need someone else. Yalla. Mr. Khalid El Sayed. Khalid El Sayed. Are you eager to help me, ya Khalid?
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. Which school, ya Khalid?
Currently in the Middle East, but I just got out of the school.
Middle East.
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. Great job. And you're moving?
Yup. I'm moving to another one. Another school.
To what?
I'm moving to another school.
Which is?
It's like for homeschool. It's nothing special. I'm going Sunrise.
Okay, okay, dear. Thank you so much. Middle school belongs to our company as well, because I'm working in Al Aruba International School, and Middle East is one of the schools that belong to Ata. Okay. Now
Yeah.
let's go for that one. This is an inference question, another inference question, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you try answering it before?
No, it's my first time having this in this session, actually.
Okay, okay. And you're in which grade, dear?
Currently, I'm going to grade 10.
You're going to grade 10.
Yep.
Okay. It would be very great if you can help me answer this question correctly.
Okay.
Now, can you read the passage, the text, this text?
Of course.
Yes.
Although it's widely assumed that
Cognitive
bias clouds our assessment of the people around us, their
Yes.
research and that of others. A group of researchers at Santa Fe Institute has found that people's estimations of what their friends and family believe are often largely correct. That's because as highly social creatures, we have become very good at sizing
up.
Those
Yes.
around us. What researchers call social sensing. It is therefore possible.
You know what, your name, what's Khalid? You know what?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure some of those who are attending the session now got a first impression that they cannot understand anything of the passage, of the text. I will ask you, do you experience this feeling that you feel like when you read a text, you cannot understand the exact main idea of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, right? But definitely you understand some words, yani, although it is widely assumed that cognitive, do you have any clue what cognitive means?
Actually, no.
Okay. Let me, because I forgot, you see here, I selected the word and then I just click on search, and here you see, I got the what? I got the meaning. immediately. Harmful, damaging, detrimental. So detrimental is a set word that means harmful. So it's so easy, guys, to you know, like increase your vocabulary storage by you know, looking up the words that you do not know, okay, on the spot, right? Like, but I tried not to look up the words on the spot in order to have this full experience like that one in the real, while taking the real test, okay, to have the same circumstances, yeah. Anyways, cognitive, by the way, is related to يعني, a mind, the way of thinking, and so on, okay? Assume that cognitive bias clouds our assessment, that cognitive bias clouds our assessment of the people around us. The cognitive bias. May I ask you, bias is something bad or good?
It's very good.
Bias. Okay, when I say
It's good.
this is bias, don't be biased. So, you know, biased, you know, when I tell you, listen, girls are better than boys. This means that I am biased when it comes to girls and boys. You know, I favor girls, okay, over boys. Is it clear? I'm biased. So biased is something good or bad to be biased? Something bad. You have to be fair. Okay? Got it? Khalid muted his mic, it seems. Yeah, Khalid, did you mute your mic? Raise your hand once more. Where did you go? Okay, let me search for you. Wait. Yes, Khalid. Yes. Are you still with me now?
Yes.
Okay. So biased is something bad. It's not it's not recommended for you to be biased, okay? Cognitive bias clouds our assessment of the people around us. The research, although it is widely assumed that cognitive bias clouds our assessment of the people around us, the research and that of others, a group of researchers at whatever institute, has found that people's estimations of what their friends and family believe are often largely correct. Oh, so you see, I ended up having a positive tone because I used although, which is a transition that refers to contradiction. Although I was sick yesterday, that's negative. I was able to take the test and I got the full mark. So I ended up having a positive tone, okay? That's because as highly social creatures, we have become very good at sizing up those around us, what researchers call social sensing. So this one is positive or negative?
Negative.
Are you sure? That's because as highly, that's because as highly social creatures, that's positive or negative? Positive. Highly social creatures. Positive. We have become very good at, that's positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. At sizing up those around us, what researchers call social sensing. It's therefore, can you see therefore? Is it a transition, dear?
Yeah.
Yes, that gives you an effect. So, you know, like positive reason should go for a positive effect. Okay, so whatever is negative must be eliminated, right?
Right.
So it is therefore possible what we're gonna see now. Okay, are you ready to use the process of elimination?
Yep.
Okay, anything that has a different focus will be eliminated. Anyone that has a different tone, negative tone, will be eliminated. Anyone that is totally opposite of what I seek will be eliminated. Anyone that introduces new information that is not related to the topic will be eliminated. Okay?
Okay.
Yarim Ayman, why you want to control the screen? Why? Okay, let's go. I will start with D, to develop an algorithm. It's therefore possible to develop an algorithm that reliably predicts people's preferences about a wide range of items.
Yep, I think this is kind of,
You think it's right?
no,
Look
A.
here. That's because as highly social creatures, we have become very good at sizing up those around us, what researchers call social sensing. It's therefore possible to develop an algorithm that reliably predicts people's preferences about a wide range of items.
Yes, I'm sure.
You say it can be an answer. طيب, okay, I will go with whatever you're saying. Let's go. يعني, shall I choose it and not to check the others?
No, this
No,
is
I must.
Yeah.
Okay, I must check the others. Let's go for C, but promise me, if you find the better answer, you eliminate this one, okay?
okay.
Right. Let's go for C. To discover, it's therefore possible to discover what people truly believe about an issue by asking them to reflect on their personal biases.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is, as long as I mention biases, so it's not a totally positive, I will eliminate this as, يعني, at least this is not a perfect answer. طيب, let's go for B. This is B, I'm sorry, okay? This is B. To determine people's views on a variety of topics by analyzing the ways in which they interact with others. To determine people's views on a variety of topics by analyzing the ways in which they interact with others. Did I talk about interaction with others?
No.
Or,
So, no answer.
yes, it's about their thoughts or their, you know, assessment, their beliefs. Inama, I didn't talk about interacting with others. I didn't see that at all. So this part is, يعني, totally incorrect because it's not mentioned or introduced in the text. Type letter A, this is A, okay? To gather highly accurate information about trends by asking about individuals, about their social circles, rather than their own beliefs. Can you see? Now, if you're confused, compare A and D. You know that this is usually the case. This is usually the case. We are confident about eliminating two answers, and we get stuck between two answers, one of which is correct and the other is incorrect. Try to compare the choices to the text and compare the elements of each choice and see which choice has elements related to the most repeated what, you know, like the most repeated words here.
So it's gonna have to be A.
Okay, so you were able to say that A is better than D, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. You know that A is the right answer?
Nice.
Yes, amazing. super proud of you because you're still moving to grade 10. And at the beginning, you believed, and this can happen to all of us, you believe that D is right. Okay, no problem at all. But I will not take it finally. I will not take it, you know, as the best answer until I check the others, right? When I checked the others, I felt like, oh my God, like I'm very confident about these two answers. They are not the perfect answers. Now I'm stuck between A and D. And when you, without my interference, I didn't affect your choice. You said that A is better now. And this is exactly what I want you to apply. Is it clear? Got it?
Yes.
If you look at the text, you will see, although it's widely assumed, it's widely believed that cognitive bias clouds our assessment of the people around us, their research and that of others, a group of, although this is happening, the research and that of others, a group of researchers at whatever institute has found that people's estimations of what their friends and family believe are often largely correct. So I'm not talking about interactions, okay? That's because as highly social creatures, we have become very good at sizing up those around us, what the researchers call social sensing. It is therefore possible to gather highly accurate information about trends by asking about individuals, about their social circles, because I'm talking about friends, family, so social circles, rather than their beliefs, because their beliefs turn to be, no, it's the widely believed thing wasn't that correct. Is it clear? Got it? So beliefs weren't correct, but the actual social circles, will make sense now. So that's why A is a better answer than D. And like that, that was a harder question than the previous one. And, we were able to deal with all these, hard issues by applying the tips and tricks and so on. Now, let's know the meaning of cognitive. Look here. Just a second. Cognitive, I will show you the meaning of it, you see. Of or relating to, being or involving conscious intellectual activity, or based on or capable of being reduced to empirical factual knowledge. So it's related to knowledge or any intellectual activity. Cognitive. Bias, you see, bias, because you didn't know this word. Bias means inclination or prejudice for or against one person or group, especially in a way considered to be unfair. You see, when I say you are biased, means that you are unfair. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes, dear. So that's how we, I think this can be enough for today, because honestly speaking, I didn't wish to cancel this session today because I promised to give it at 6. But I'm really tired. I'm really tired, and I'm really exhausted. I hope that you can be making excuses to me just to end the session at this point. Hopefully it was beneficial for everyone, and I promise to upload the 2 recordings, that of yesterday and that of today's session, immediately on YouTube, but they will take a bit of time to be uploaded. You will find them on my channel. Try to subscribe. I really don't like saying this. Subscribe and like in order to be updated with whatever videos that are posted on my channel. No, it's up to you whether you like to subscribe or not. But I mean, if you feel like the the sessions are beneficial and can be adding to your knowledge and help you more, you can just subscribe for that reason only, to be updated if I upload, you know, a new session, especially that I'm planning to, you know, post many videos, inshallah, on the channel to let it be more active, because this is, I want you always to be, to remember me in your prayers if you ever learn something useful that can enhance your skills or can help you get a high score. This is my only intention out of what I'm doing now. Thank you so much. I was really honored to have you in my session today. Bye. Anyone who has any question or inquiry can be texting me privately or on the group. Hopefully you can be posting on the groups, different WhatsApp groups. If anyone has anything to say or to add or to ask about, don't feel hesitant or shy to ask. We're all here for you to help. Okay, bye. Have a great day. Bye.